All right, we are live, Lions fans. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn turns down excuse me, not an opening, but an interview for the New England Patriots head coaching job. Let's talk about it. All right. According to the Sporting News, Aaron Glenn has rejected the coach interview with the New England Patriots. Looking at this article, it talks about how Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson are hot commodities right now to go around the league, which makes sense. We have one of the top three best teams in the league. And what happens when you have that type of success? Other teams are going to come and they're going to pull at your coaches. And that is what's happening here. Going to jump into this article a little bit. It says Johnson's offense, that's Ben Johnson, has been one of the most exciting and dynamic units in the league. But Glenn's defense has also been exceptional. The group has been ravaged by injuries this season and is missing multiple key starters, but still allowed just 20.1 points per game and 98.4 rushing yards per game in a regular season, both ranking in the top 10 in the NFL. Now, when you really think about that, that is absolutely amazing that with the injuries that the Lions have had, that Aaron Glenn can still somehow keep this defense afloat, keep these guys motivated, and keep these guys pushing. According to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, Glenn declined a head coach interview request from New England Patriots and will talk with five other teams over the next few days. Now, first, I'm going to get my thoughts on the Patriots. I'm glad that Aaron Glenn turned down the Patriots job, and I hope that Ben Johnson does the same. But let me stick with Aaron Glenn and tell you why I think that. Walking into New England has one of the worst rosters in the NFL. I'm going to say not even bottom five, I'm going to say bottom three. They do have the young quarterback over there who looks like he's going to be good for years to come. They do have Christian Gonzalez on the defensive side. He has been a solid corner in his second year. But to be honest, other than that, it's a team full of holes. If I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm a defensive coordinator, why do I want to go to a team with a below average offense, a below average defense, and coach there? A defensive coordinator, if I'm in Aaron Glenn's shoes and I'm a defensive minded coach, I definitely want to go to a team with a ready or almost ready made offense, not an offense that's going to take probably 2 more years to get going. Not to mention, the New England Patriots just fired Gerard Mayo after just one season. The guy came in with a team with a rookie quarterback who didn't start until like the fifth or sixth week, a team whose roster, offense, defense, and special team is full of holes, and they fired the guy after 1 year. I'm sorry, but if I'm a head coaching candidate, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Now, let's look at the teams that he will interview with. Thursday night, which is right now as I'm recording this video, he's going to interview with the New York Jets. Friday morning, he's going to interview with the New Orleans Saints, the Raiders Friday evening, Saturday morning, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then, Saturday morning, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then Saturday evening, the Chicago Bears. Now, let me run through these five teams and I'll give you what I think for Aaron Glenn. In my opinion, being the defensive coordinator with the Lions under Coach Dan Campbell is still better than any of these jobs. But if Aaron Glenn just absolutely wants to shoot his shot, and none of us should deny him that, and he wants to be a head coach, then let's look at these five jobs. Let's start with the Jets. I think he should turn the Jets down because the Jets are a team without a quarterback. If they get a quarterback, it's going to be a young quarterback, and they don't even have a top three pick when people are expecting the top two quarterbacks to go. The defense, now the defense is good. The defense is solid, but the offense needs a lot of work. And I don't think that a defensive minded coach will want to go to a team with a bad offense like that. Now, let's look at the next job, the Saints. Now, that could be a very interesting job for Aaron Glenn. The defense is middle of the road and he can build it up. He's already coached there and played there. And the offense, they have Derek Carr at quarterback. They have Kamara, who is a very good running back. They have Olave, a young receiver. They can maybe draft another receiver, and they have a decent offensive line. So this is a team, if he gets the right offensive-minded guy in there, that he may be able to actually do something with. Next would be the Raiders. The Raiders, like the Patriots, they have a lot of holes to fill too, and they also don't have a quarterback. They have an okay defense. They do have that stud tight end, but other than that, that's all they have. I think he should pass on that one. The Jacksonville Jaguars is the next job that I think he should be interested in. I would say this. I would say the Jaguars first, then the Saints. The Jaguars have a stud at quarterback. They do have a decent defense. They have a decent offense. They have some good young players there. I think he can build something there. And the Bears, for my own selfish reasons, I don't want to see him coach the Bears just like I want to see Glenn Johnson. I don't want to see those guys in the NFC North, and we have to go up against them twice every year. So, in my opinion, he's already turned down the Patriots, which was great. I think he should turn down that Jets, Raiders, and Bears job. And if he's offered the Jaguars or the Saints, and I'll say the same for Ben Johnson for those two teams, I think that those would be good spots to go to, good teams to play for, and I think that they can probably be relatively successful in their first year. All right, Lions fans, what do you think? Out of all the jobs that Aaron Glenn is going to interview for today, tomorrow, and Saturday, which one do you think is best for him? And like me, do you think that he's better off just staying here with the Lions and being a defensive coordinator here and getting everybody back full strength in 2025 and making a run at being a top defense? Or do you think that he's earned his shot to be a head coach and maybe he should go ahead and do that? All right, people, if you haven't already, right here on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. We would really appreciate that. If you see my avatar up there right under my name, you see our Twitter/X page. I do most of the I'm gonna call it tweets because I still do not like that X name, but tweets or posts, whatever you want to call it. My son jumps on there from time to time and he does it as well, but mostly will be me. And our TikTok, I'm scrolling across the screen right now. My son does all the TikToks over there. I have not really gotten to the TikTok thing yet, but he does all the TikToks over there. He has fun with it, talking Lions, talking other things to get people engaged. All right, people, give me your thoughts on this Aaron Glenn situation. And until next time, peace.